Okay, it's time for Let's Make a Jig. So here we go, let's make another one. This time, just about every time I do this, I do 1/16 sickle hooks, number 4. And this time it's going to take a little longer. I'm going to combine white and silver gray for the hackle. Then I'm going to make the body white, and I think I'm going to, if I remember, I'm going to try and add some UV Flash just for the grins of it. Don't know if the fish will see it or not, but we'll give it a shot here. So we'll start with getting the hook out. Kind of wanted to do a grayish. I don't know if the fish will like it, but that's what I'm going to make. Oops. Get this locked up in here. So now we'll start with our 210 Danvilles. Keep hitting my finger. Get that base of thread down so it hangs. Now we're gonna gotta get the bag open. Okay. What I wanted was a light gray. Maybe this will be light enough without adding white to it. But that's why I was considering doing, I mean, that's, might be light enough. I've not used this color before, but in the package, it definitely looks darker. So maybe I will not use the white. Maybe I'll just use I usually use just about inch and a quarter on my jigs. Let's get this off of there. That didn't cut. This might be light enough to get the color I'm after. I don't know if it's the color of fish are going to be after. Get another one out of here. Okay, so let's take these. Doing it backwards in my hands. Okay, let's turn them around. I was toying with just, instead of cutting the quill part of the feather, just cutting the feathers themselves off and then wrapping the feathers that way. Maybe I'll make it a combination. cut this so it's kind of straight. We got one loose. Let's fix that. There we go. First wrap just a little loose so you can get it to hold it down. Definitely need more than that, but it may give me the lightness that I was thinking I wanted. Probably can't see me cutting because of the angle of the camera and my fingers and everything else. Like I said, I do my hackle, I do about 1.25 inches on the 1/16 ounce jigs of length. So now to collect this all up, line them up. Don't breathe because they blow away real quick. Pieces on this cut. Think I would like a little more than that. So I still have one more sitting here because 3 feathers came out of the bag at the same time. I actually tried cutting these ahead of time, putting them in baggies, but it just wasn't working for me. Kind of like doing it as I make the jig, I cut them. That way I can get different lengths. And I can change colors up. You can still change colors if I hit them in baggies, huh? That's not going to do too well. These are pretty fine feathers. I dreamed about making this jig. Not really. But gotta do something when you sleep. As long as the fish like it, it doesn't matter. I like to end my videos with the fish actually caught on the jig. But we're getting into winter, so the crappie are going to be going deep. which means I probably should be using 1/8 ounce jigs instead of 1/16. I think that should be good. Now let's add some Flash and get it out of the container. I just want one strand. So I'm going to hang up there, put this back away. And then let's find the strand. That's mighty fine stuff there. One end, here's the other end. It's not rocket science, but I'd like them to match up a little bit because I'm going to cut it in the middle. Then I'm going to take it again, half it, about. Okay, so now why is some of it going? It didn't catch, that's why. Okay. Move that back. Let's try this again. Awful small stuff. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. Obviously, this is not one of them. Now I want to run this down each side. So now we've got our flash, which would be way too long, which is fine. Okay, so now we've got the flash added. So let's put on some white chenille. Okay. A lot of times, this is a thinner medium than I like, but I'm going to wrap it like a double to get the thickness I want. Because I like the body to be a little thicker than you can get with this the way it is. This might give me a little bit better taper. So there we go. Okay. So now we'll hand whip it. It really pulled through. I didn't want that much out. And do another one. Should be able to cut it off. And now we will put a dab of hard as nails on. I don't use the brush. I probably need to just throw that brush out. I kind of need the cap. Just want the hard as nails to cover that little bit of thread that we use to whip with. And there we have the finished jig. So go all the way around. Probably a little bit of touch up there. There you have it. So hopefully this will catch some crappie, winter crappie, hard telling.